everybody, welcome to Storytime today. I hope you've had a wonderful week, and I don't know if you knew this, but yesterday was a Groundhog's Day, and it's kind of a fun holiday where a groundhog pops out of the ground and looks around, and if he sees a shadow, then that means we have 6 more weeks of winter. And that's what happened yesterday. Which I don't love winter myself, but I don't feel like we really had winter so much. So it's probably good to have a little bit more winter. So the groundhog, this is what a real groundhog looks like. This is the groundhog that comes up and looks around, and his name is Punxsutawney Phil. That is a really silly name, Punxsutawney Phil. We'll just call him Phil. So that's what happened yesterday, and now we get to look forward to winter some more. So before I tell you what story we're going to read, let's sing our song. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Make your hands all nice and neat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Okay. So we are going to read a story today called Go to Sleep, Groundhog by Judy Cox, and the pictures are by Paul Meisel. Okay. You see the groundhog, he's reading a book about hibernation. How to hibernate, which we learned about. Groundhog went to bed on Columbus Day, just like he always did. He brushed his teeth. He put on his pajamas. You see this little mouse doing the same thing? He set his clock for February 2nd. That was just yesterday, you guys. Then he curled up in his warm, cozy bed. See this cute little mouse? He closed his eyes. He tossed and turned, but he couldn't get to sleep. Finally, he got out of bed. He peered at his clock, 1/2 October. Groundhog poked his nose outside his burrow. The moon was full. "I'll just go for a little walk," he said. "Maybe that will make me sleepy." Groundhog went outside. He saw things he'd never seen before. Raggedy scarecrows and grinning jack-o'-lanterns. Children dressed up like pirates, cowboys, and princesses. Does it seem like very long ago that you guys were dressing up for Halloween? Halloween witch flew down. "What are you doing?" she said. "It's almost winter. You should be in bed." Witch flew Groundhog home on her broomstick. She tucked him in. She read him a ghosty story. She gave him a glass of apple cider. Groundhog curled up in his warm, cozy bed. He closed his eyes. He tossed and turned, but he couldn't get to sleep. Finally, he got out of bed. He peered at his clock, 1/2 November. He poked his nose outside his burrow. The leaves were red and yellow. "I'll just go for a little walk," he said. "Maybe that will make me sleepy." The little mouse has some little overalls and he's holding a nut, acorn. Groundhog went outside. He saw things he'd never seen before. Tall yellow corn stalks and round orange pumpkins. Turkeys gobbling in the barnyard. Gobble, gobble. "What are you doing up?" Turkey said. "It's almost winter. You should be in bed and I should be making myself scarce." Do you guys know what scarce means? This turkey saying he needs to run and hide before somebody finds him and makes him into turkey dinner. Turkey took Groundhog home. He tucked him in. He read him a story about pilgrims. He gave him a slice of pumpkin pie. Isn't that cute? That little mouse is sleepy over there in bed. Groundhog curled up in his warm, cozy bed. He closed his eyes, he tossed and he turned, but he couldn't get to sleep. Finally, he got out of bed. He peered at his clock, 1/2 December. Groundhog poked his nose outside his burrow. Stars twinkled overhead. "I'll just go for a little walk," he said. "Maybe that will make me sleepy." Groundhog went outside. He saw things he'd never seen before. Colored lights glowing on some houses, candles shining in the windows, holly wreaths hanging on doors. He heard sleigh bells chiming in the air. Who do you think's gonna tuck him in this time? Santa flew down in his sleigh. "What are you doing up?" said Santa. "It's winter. You should be in bed." Santa took Groundhog home in his sleigh. He tucked him in. He read him a Christmas story. He gave him a glass of milk and a cookie. Ooh, that sounds nice. Groundhog curled up in his warm, cozy bed. He closed his eyes. He didn't toss and he didn't turn. And soon he fell asleep. Bring, bring. Groundhog opened his eyes. "It can't be time to get up yet," he grumbled. "I just got to sleep." Bring! He peered at his clock. February 2nd. Groundhog yawned and stretched. He tumbled out of his burrow. Snow glittered on the ground. The sun was out. The sky was blue. That's kind of like today. It's sunny with blue skies and just a little bit of snow. There's a lot more snow in this. Groundhog saw his shadow. "What am I doing up?" he said. "There are 6 more weeks of winter coming. I should be in bed." He hurried back inside. He ate a bedtime snack. He read himself a bedtime story. Then he tucked himself into his warm, cozy bed, and he pulled up the covers, closed his eyes, and went to sleep. That was a really cute story, and it makes me want to curl up in my bed and go to sleep. Okay, friends, we are going to do a little kind of funny Groundhog's Day story, and we're going to use our little groundhog friend, Puppet. So this is how the story goes. Groundhog's Day had finally arrived, and the little groundhog was ready to pop out of his hole. The only problem is he was afraid of everything. So his mom told him, if you pop out of the hole and you see a groundhog shadow, you can come right back inside, get back in bed, and go to sleep. So the groundhog popped up, and what did he see? Okay, everyone close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay, open. Is that a groundhog shadow? Oh no, that's not a groundhog shadow. What is that? A truck. Ah! Okay, let's try again. Okay, everyone close your eyes. Okay, little groundhog, it's gonna be okay. Okay, up comes the groundhog. Everyone open. Is that a groundhog shadow? What is that? Ice cream. Oh no! Ah! Okay, close your eyes, everyone. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. This poor little groundhog's getting really scared. Okay, everyone open. Is that a groundhog shadow? Nope, what is that? An apple. Ah! Okay, close your eyes. Okay, here we go. Okay, don't open yet. Okay. Okay, open. Okay, little groundhog. Come on up. Ah! That's a fish. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Close your eyes, everyone. Okay. Okay, open. Okay, groundhog. Does that look like a groundhog? What does that look like, everyone? Kind of looks like a flower. Ah! Oh my gosh, this poor groundhog. He really is afraid of everything, isn't he? Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, one more time. Does that look like this groundhog? He's kind of a rectangle. He's kind of rectangular. And he has 2 ears on top. I think this is the right shadow. So, are you okay, buddy? It's time to go to sleep now for the rest of the winter. Well, that is it for Groundhog's Day story time. And thanks for joining me and our own little Puxatawny Phil. I hope some of you are able to come and get these and make some puppets of your own. Next week will be the week leading up to Valentine's Day, which is really fun. And so next week, if you come into the library, you can get some postcards, and they're gonna have a bunch of heart stickers. You can color them, and then you can mail them to your friends or teachers, grandparents, anyone that you want to put a smile on their face. You can mail these. And one thing, I colored these with markers, and maybe that wasn't a good idea. So maybe break out your crayons or your colored pencils, and so it doesn't go through the other side. And you can write a special message. So I guess it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time right here at Story Time. See you guys next week, and we will be talking about Valentine's Day.